allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. Been around for a long, long year. Stole many man's soul and faith. I was round when Jesus Christ had his moment of doubt and pain. Made that sure the pilot washed his hands and sealed his fate. Pleased to meet you, hope you guess my name. What's puzzling you is just the nature of my game. Stuck around St. Petersburg when I saw it was time for a change. I killed the Tsar and his ministers. Anastasia screamed in vain. Rode a tank, held the general's rank, and the Blitzkrieg raged, and the bodies stank. Pleased to meet you, hope you guess my name. What's puzzling you is just the nature of my game. Watch me clear while you kings and queens won't pretend they're kings for the gods they made. I shouted out who killed the Kennedys when after all it was you and me. Let me please introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. Laid traps for the troubadours who got killed before they reached Bombay. Pleased to meet you, hope you guess my name. What's puzzling you is just the nature of my game.
Why, hello there everyone, how you doing? Let me quickly go here. Here we go, this is the correct scene. Hope you're all having a fantastic weekend so far. I've been itching to play this game, more of it at least. Last time when we played it was pre-patched, so it was buggy as hell. Let I remind you that there were 2 chapsticks under the bed, not 1. That was one thing. We had a scene where there was a person with 2 camera angles at once, so it was flickering between them, which was very, very odd. There was a camera floating into someone's hair. Didn't really know why that was the case, but yeah, as they were walking around, the camera was in their hair. Crazy. Maddie, how you doing? Too many woo-woos? Yeah, it's not a great song, to be honest. It's it just fits with the devil theme, I guess. Keep an eye out, Matt. Probably going to go and visit you today when we go test drive that car. Killer Kid, welcome in. You're drinking a Dr. PP right now. It's too early. No one drinks soft drink at 9 AM unless you're an absolute heathen. But I appreciate the effort. I think Maddie is also a hater of Dr. Pepper, if I remember correctly. Alright, so this game, I watched a little bit of someone else play it after the fact, after we played it last time, and I don't know if you guys remember, but last episode we found a tape recorder, like a voice tape recorder, and when we pressed it, nothing happened. So there was actually meant to be a cutscene that plays that actually triggers some backstory. So that's how buggy the game was as well. It was also impacting stuff we were learning. But there has been a patch since, so hopefully everything is honky-dory, as they say, now. Who knows? I got my cup of joe. I got you guys. Let's start. All right. Play alone. And for Matt, just a bit of backstory on what's actually happening. We're a film crew that's gone into a supposedly, not haunted mansion, but a hotel where there were many serial killings previously. This is a remake of that hotel, and things have already started to get a bit weird. Beansy, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. And everyone's a bit of a douche, but this
Okay,
director here is the
genius.
biggest.
Where are we going to look first for Demet?
I'm not looking for Dumet. I'm scouting for shots. If he pops up along the way, great.
Jesus. You really don't care about anything else, do you?
Of course I care.
Tell that to Kate.
You know as well as I do, if we're set up and a camera is rolling, she'll want to be in front of it.
Asshole.
He is an asshole. You fucking muppet. Cooked all day and you're tired, I bet. Thanksgiving and all that? Oh, man. Mr. Morello, good evening. Thank you for allowing me to contact you directly. Your publisher said that you were very keen to hear from me. It seems we have a mutual interest. I have spent several years constructing the ultimate Holmes tourist experience by faithfully recreating the World's Fair Hotel. We have not yet opened to the public, as there are finishing touches to complete, and I consider a man of your knowledge could provide insight that is valuable before our official opening. Therefore, I invite you to visit this hotel for the weekend. The experience is designed to accommodate groups of 5 guests, so I extend the invitation to families and friends. I think we've actually read this before last time. Yeah, we did. Pumpkin cheesecake, that sounds amazing. Love pumpkin flavored things. Pumpkin scones, pumpkin pie. All that jazz. Okay. So one of the things I noticed as well from my last play is we have this inventory system down in the bottom left. I can get out my lighter. Now, it was kind of late game when Beansy told us we could use it in certain aspects, so we did miss a few things. I don't think it was super clear on when to use it. But, I don't know. Hopefully you can actually have a bit of a free roam and walk around to the things that you've missed. Oh, what's this? 0180. Is it going to be a combination of some sort?
What happened here?
No idea.
What is this? Oh, we've got a bit of blood over there. Interesting. But before we do anything, this is the thing we missed. We got the little register. Yeah, here we go.
I wonder if that groundskeeper would know where Demet went.
I don't remember, Beansy. Are they meant to represent times of when people were killed or something? Ooh.
This looks pretty old.
Mr. Monday, thank you for choosing Twilight Prairie as a residence for your mother, Lucinda. Is already already settling in well. We encourage visitors as often as possible to look forward to seeing you again soon. Linda Price, General
Wait,
Manager.
what? What the hell?
What is this? What is it? Who's she? Oh, she's went into the bar by the looks of it. Or bar adjacent. Oh, we got another piece of paper on the floor. Is this a script or something? Shit, what the hell was that? Boom arm fell down. Internal Murder Castle lobby day. Slow pan through the lobby, drinking in the atmosphere. Go for a 360 instead? Hell yeah, I'll go for a 360 anytime. Series dissolves between key exhibit details ending on the front desk. Hand reaches into frame and rings the desk bell. As intros go, this one's utter garbage. I see the criticism. I don't see any better suggestions. Tilt up to reveal Kate. Kate. Tilt. Tilt, tilt. Does this sound right to you? The World's Fair Hotel was a hotel like no other. Its hallways ran red with blood. Its sheets were washed in mother's tears. The price of a room came at the cost of your life. And the owner was a liar, a fraud, and quite possibly the most prolific murderer in American history. Transpose some imagery over the top of these lines. FX of screams and sobbing. Kate turns away from the desk and exits frame. Cut to On Kate, slow pull back as she walks through the lobby. Kate continued. As we've already seen, that bloody reign came to an end when, in Philadelphia courtroom, where H.H. Holmes was handed the same sentence he inflicted upon so many others, death. And in 1895, his hotel, or murder castle, as it became known, was gutted in an act of suspected arson. Before the building itself was torn down in 1938, consigning to another part of Holmes's infamy to history. Also, it seemed. Does our audience understand consigning? Kind of reminds me about the Harry Potter scenario where they thought that Americans wouldn't know what a philosopher was, so they changed it to Sorcerer's Stone. Kate stops. Camera continues to pull back, revealing the space around her. Kate continued. It may look like we've stepped back into the dangerous days of 1893, but I can assure you I am safe and sound in present-day Illinois, where a team of talented production designers have undertaken the most remarkable act of recreation. In the recreation of the infamous building, the noted and entrepreneur and H.H. Holmes expert Grantham Dumet has. Kate continued. You can almost hear the desperate screams from the unfortunate guests trapped here, doomed to become Holmes's next victims. So without further ado, I step back in time and maybe we can see if we can't discover a few macabre secrets that may still be lingering. Takes us to the extraordinary opportunity too. Kate exit frames, screams. I think Eric can do this. I'm not sure I want the legal case if she has an asthma attack. Cool. Not yet, he's not. Batons. As far as things go, we should aim for that. Okay. That's a lot of reading. What's this? Switch.
Huh? No power.
What do you see down there? Oh, we've already seen that. Oh, what's this? Business card. Grantham Dumet, designer.
Hey, I found Dumet's business card.
Bloody better than my one.
Jamie, over here.
Hope this is not Chris's blood. Just walks through it.
Okay, yeah. I'm freaking the fuck out.
It's just blood.
Just blood? Are you kidding me?
You're jumping to conclusions.
How you doing?
All we know is something was dragged along this way and it was bleeding.
And that's not a cause for concern to you?
All right, it's a little odd.
Odd.
What do you want me to say? Look, it's probably just Dumet or the groundskeeper dragging in some dead animal from outside.
That's a stretch.
Maybe it's our dinner.
We'll do that in a second. I didn't. Point of no return. Invisible wall. Game.
Welcome, one and all, to tonight's entertainment.
Oh, what the fuck?
Presented by Grantham Dumet.
Dumet? What? So he hasn't left?
It's a recording, you muppet. Scary. Do Zippos get really hot when you hold them for long enough? I'd never really... Like, I don't smoke, so I have no idea. But I imagine they would get warm. Yeah, there's that way. This hallway just goes and goes, doesn't it? Is this an FBI page? It is.
I first Met Agent Monday on October 12th, 1997 at O'Hare Airport when I was assigned to welcome him off the plane. I'd actually met him once before at a lecture on criminal behavior given a few weeks prior here in Chicago, but I doubt he remembered me from that. I was pretty nervous as the new kid on the block. I was just out of training, and I'd been assigned to drive around this big shot criminal profiler who just cracked the Arkansas case, which was all over the national newspapers. My first impressions were that he was tough.
So this is what I was referring to before, that there was the tape recorder, voice recorder in last episode. It was meant to have a cutscene like that, but it didn't play because the game was bugged. Oh, hang on. Did I see the... No, I didn't. Ooh. What's this? Oh, a coin. That's right. These glossy nails. It's got some of that stuff on it to prevent you from biting your nails, maybe. Do you guys bite your nails? I certainly don't. Yeah, I reckon he goes for manicures because he likes the position of power over the people doing it. That's the kind of dickhead he is. Oh, I can hear someone getting stabbed. Don't mind us, we're just gonna check the room before we check on you. Those arrows means it ends the scene. Does TV like pedicures, does he?
Oof. Lovely.
It's a bloody glove. Okay. Second, I gotta wind down this blind, getting a bit of reflection. There we go. Take out these bloody glasses too. Okay, here we go.
You hear that?
Please. Help.
The fuck?
Hang on.
Help me.
I thought he was potentially the bad guy.
Please. Please.
Are you...
I'll do anything.
What happened? Are you okay?
Oh.
Fuck! Stop! Look!
It's a trap, Mr. Bond.
What is this?
It's a fucking booby trap. You shift your weight off that plate and this guy is getting run through by that thing.
Oh, there he is. Hello.
Finish him!
Help. Please. Help. Help me.
His mask has a mustache.
Jamie?
Fatality.
Not yet. Yes! Oh! No! What have you done?
Shit, give me your hand. Come on. Damn it.
Well, one down.
What's happening? What did I do?
We need to get the fuck out of here. Now. Charlie.
Huh?
Let's go.
Tongs is really good with the sound alert timing. Oh, Beansy, did Fatality play? I was sort of shocked.
Did you see him?
The mask?
What the hell was that?
What the hell is this?
Oh, you're shitting me.
We're trapped. Jesus.
Excellent.
We're trapped.
What do we do?
Break the fucking door down.
Right. On 3.
Oh yeah? How you gonna do that?
2, 3.
It'd be a really shitty security system if 2 people could just bring it down.
You hear that?
Yes. What is happening?
Oh, crystals.
Find
Really?
a spirit crystal?
God damn.
Don't do that.
One of them.
And don't make fun of me.
Sorry. Wouldn't want you to cut yourself. The rock is sharp as hell and, you know, super magical.
It's an amethyst crystal. It,
Helps keep you calm by blanketing you in protective energy. I know. I remember.
if you know, then don't call it a rock.
Maybe I just feel like you should take responsibility of your own emotions and stop outsourcing the job to a crystal.
It makes me feel better. Something you never seem to be able to do.
Oof.
Okay, maybe that was a shitty thing to say.
Oh wow, we've got a
I'm
crystal.
sorry.
Is that
It's fine.
item?
This isn't the time or place to...
I have to tell you something.
Okay.
Earlier, you brought up that DP job I blew off. I never told you the truth about it.
About what?
It wasn't the job I
It
blew
wasn't
off.
a job, not really.
What are you talking about?
Remember my friend Murray? He was setting up a studio in Brooklyn, Fine Arts. He wanted a partner.
That's your dream.
Yeah, there is exactly zero money to be made, so I thought you'd tell me it was insane, rightfully, because it would be.
Why the hell didn't you go for it? Why didn't you tell me?
Things were already starting to get tough for us.
Oh, no. Don't put any of this on me. This is all you.
I know. I turned it down because it would have taken me away from you.
Ooh la la.
I guess I didn't even think of that.
He seems okay so
I-
far. Nothing too bad.
I just...
What do you want me to say?
Guess I was holding out for things to change with us. Deep down, I'm still hoping.
You should have said all this before.
I know.
I'm not going through it all again.
What if this time is different?
Oh, come on. That's not likely, and you know it.
Sorry. I guess I'm a little confused.
Anyway, I have a new crystal boyfriend. Name is Rock.
We better go. Let's get back to Aaron and get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Do you think they found Dumet?
Charles seems hell-bent on talking to him, so maybe, yeah.
Bloody Charles.
Fatality.
There's no fatality. What are you talking about? Locked. Can I whip out my crystal? I can't. This goes... Oh, okay. Oh, fair enough, Tongs. So, one of the things I missed last time is, you know how he's got the selfie stick, or as they call a monopod? There was a book you could knock off the bookcase, but I didn't see it because I didn't know I could use the monopod until after the fact.
Who's going around locking these doors?
Dumet? His little helper in the yellow coat.
Oh, he's gone. He's been grim reaped. Well, at least it makes it linear for me. You know how I hate non-linearity. Tongs, do you feel satisfied that we let the girl survive last episode?
Wait,
What's that?
is this somebody's idea of a fucking joke? How is this here?
Did you bring this?
No.
Is that her?
For now, yeah.
Yeah. Shelby.
Matching nails?
God, don't. We always got them done the same. That's him.
What?
That's him. The guy in the back.
You know him?
I kinda did. He was just one of those guys that was always around. We would be at some of the same parties, but that's it. It was my fault.
You know that's not true.
The night it happened,
Everyone's got one of those
I was
guys.
supposed to meet her. We were going to grab some drinks, go to a party. I slept through. There's a big deal on campus not to go out on your own. And Shelby waited for me when I didn't show, and that's when he got her.
It's okay.
It's not fucking okay. It can't be.
God,
I have to live with it every day, and now someone knows. Someone wanted me to find this.
No, he did
What
last
the hell
summer.
was that?
I have no idea. But I feel like it's bad.
What the hell?
Get over here, now!
Charlie!
Get over here.
I can't hold this. Listen, you have to get the fuck out any way you can. Just get the fuck out! Now!
Jamie! Charlie!
What the hell just happened?
I don't know, but I think it's really bad.
It isn't moving.
So now what? We're fucked.
There has to be a way around.
Yeah, maintenance corridors, crawl space, has to be.
Absolutely. Let me quickly do something. There we go. Carl, giving you a shout out. How did your Thanksgiving dinner go? I watched most of your cooking, but then I had to leave. It was a cool idea for a stream.
What's going on? Dumet, what the hell is going on with him?
He was nervous the whole way here. I chalked it up to him just being eccentric.
There's a lot of miles between eccentric and murderous.
Let's go right.
Let's think about this. You saw Dumet take off.
So maybe he found out there was a killer and bugged out?
Maybe. Or perhaps the man we met wasn't actually Dumet.
And the dude in the mask is?
Oh, wow. I never even thought of that. That's a cool idea.
That contraption, that's a hell of a lot to set up. That was planned out, every bit of it. It was set up for us to find.
Which makes it even more likely the dude on the ferry wasn't really Dumet.
Maybe it was John Kramer. I think that's what his name was. Well, so far the game seems way, way less buggy. you, closed wall. Oh, yeah. I'm glad to hear it. Makes me think that maybe I should do a cooking stream one time, but I don't know how the logistics of it would work. Because I obviously stream on my desktop. I'd need to have like my phone strapped to my forehead or something like that to record. I don't know. Oh, okay, so we've got one. Oh, we should probably open this. Last time we didn't open the first door, we missed out on it.
Motherfucker.
What?
Brick wall. Keep going.
Just like Holmes.
I know, I don't want to think about it.
That'd be a cool thing to have in your house. Like, just make a door, put a brick wall behind it, so when guests open it up, it's a conversation starter, you know? Okay, there's that way. Nice. Yeah, or at least a library with a secret passage behind the bookcase. That would be amazing.
Trying to map this in my head. But I think Erin's room has been completely cut off.
Jesus, Charlie. Why is he messing with her?
Because she's the most easily frightened. The most vulnerable. Don't you watch our show? That's what these sociopaths do.
Bet Charlie's the most scared, actually. He's just blaming Erin again. Lost my smokes, and she's the most scared.
Oh, what the fuck?
Is that a kid?
Oh, good. You hear Creepy Kid voice too. I was worried I was finally snapping.
Where's
Oh,
it coming from?
Thomas. Have a fantastic trip. I know you're having a great time over there, so get some coolish in you and, you know, yeah. Awesome. Hope you can catch the VOD. Ooh, there's a shiny. What have we got here? Could it be another coin? Looks like it. This is a weird question, but you know how when they like this lady's an actress, right? And they've done a full sort of motion captures, 3D scans of her, all that sort of jazz. Do you think they also 3D scan her like hands and stuff so it looks accurate, or do they just make dummy hands like it doesn't matter?
Charlie, come here. Let's get this open.
Don't be any quick time events. Well, those little piggies didn't go to market. Oh. Of course, Charlie lets the door close behind them.
We're in a bloody nesting doll.
What?
A Russian nesting doll. You know? A doll in a doll in a doll.
Are you losing your shit? Because I don't need that right now.
We're locked in a kitchen, trapped in a hotel, stranded on an island. Even if we get out of this room...
How do we get out of the hotel?
Exactly. Or off the island.
Maybe we just focus on one thing at a time. This room first.
You're right, of course.
Gee, that doesn't look like pig. Maybe that's long pork. Natalie McCrell.
Natalie Morello.
Oh.
Oh, are you... Ah, fuck! Holy shit.
It's a fucking body.
You think? Meet the last party that visited this hotel.
You don't know that. Maybe it... Fuck. You're probably right.
It's lovely that they've got an exit.
Charlie, I found a way out, maybe. Look, this one swings out. We can probably force it easier than the others.
Stand back.
Let a real man do the job.
That's not what I was expecting.
Oh, Charlie, what have you done?
Ah, Amy!
Calm down.
Charlie? Fuck.
Shoes on the bed.
I know somebody was in there.
Shoes on the bed.
I can't breathe.
Relax. Slow, deep breath.
Culinaria, worst nightmare, huh? I've got proof. But you'll never be able to tell anyone.
They
'cause
gotta
you're
hear
locked in.
this. Wait.
Just waiting for him to put like a heating
Guys?
island on the door.
Hello?
Like iron on the doorknob to heat it up like a Home
Hey!
Alone.
Charlie? Mark? Jamie?
Oh man, a Home Alone one of these games would be rad. Where you play as the wet bandits instead. Or the sticky bandits.
Oh, come on, come on. Stop being such a damn wimp.
I've only got one more puff on our puffer. And that looks dusty as hell. Fuck it. It is a bit reckless though that she only brought one puff for the entire trip, considering she's asthmatic. It's like going to a an apiarist with just one EpiPen if you're allergic to bees. Roll up,
Treatment
roll
for
up.
what?
Genuine snake oil ointment made from the finest cobra. Silver Ash Institute. You guys scared of snakes? I'm not unless they're in striking pose. In the striking pose, they're fucked, but otherwise, I'm cool with them. Oh, hello. These real bodies, they look it. Let's have a listen to them. that's probably the water in the sink. No inhalers to reload.
Oh, what the hell? Oh, what is this crap? Jesus! What the hell?
Jeez. That must be Morello, and this must be Morello too. Okay, cool. You know what though? This is what I'm going to make a prediction. The killer knows all these people, as we've seen with the newspaper and so forth. So he's brought asthma inhalers for her. Just know that's going to be a trap. It's going to like cut my arm off or something like that. And do we go and investigate? Oh, I probably should check this out. Laurel.
Well, fuck you, Jamie.
Who's the cutie in the pic you posted? Totally your type. You're so predictable. Jamie. Who? Erin? Please, my type is a badass bitch, not some timid woodland creature. She's shy. She's clueless. Her face always looks lost and confused. Oh yeah, that's brutal. That's brutal. Turning everyone on each other? That sounds cool. Okay, we've got something over there. Disposable camera, maybe? We've got some notes, okay. I guess that's so she can't get at the phone, but also display that, just to create distrust. Dear Mr. Thompson, why don't you leave me the hell alone? Dear Miss Monday, I've tried to contact you by telephone for a number of weeks regarding your son's recent behavior at school. Hector has been lashing out frequently at other children in an aggressive and threatening manner. During gym class this week, his teacher noticed that he'd come to school with severe bruising on his legs. We are very concerned about his welfare. Please contact me in the earliest convenience. Wow, so maybe Hector is the big bad?
Erin, hello?
Jamie! Jamie?
I hadn't finished looking around though.
Erin? You there?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
What is happening? What?
You're not safe, Erin.
How are...
You have to listen to me. Do exactly as I say.
Yeah.
No, you listen. I saw those texts.
What?
You and your friend, you made fun of me. You said I was...
Erin, stop! Fuck some old text. This is serious. Just listen, okay? Before something awful happens. Listen, there's a cupboard in there. You have to get inside right now.
What are you talking about?
Just hide, Erin.
Why are you telling me this? What's happening?
Jamie, you look so
Erin,
different.
now, just trust me, okay?
Oh, I love that water sound, like that trickling horror music. Ooh, but I heard something. I'm only going in here because I want to see what this cool shit is on the desk. Oh, it's a tape recorder as well. Gonna be a heartbeat thing. how does Jamie know this as well? So weird. It's not fair. It didn't really give me. Maybe there was it time based or
Charlie?
something. I don't know.
Jamie? Hello?
Where the hell are they?
Hopefully somewhere safe, wondering where the hell we are.
Okay, check this out.
What is going on? Are we locked in here?
Looks like it, yeah.
Wait. Shh.
What?
You hear that?
Is that them?
Where's it coming from?
Somebody's in the restaurant.
What's the plan, Charlie? You end up dead.
All right, enough. I'd like to propose a toast. It seems as if
That's so
this
cool.
may well be our last supper as a team. Given how you've all been acting.
Yeah,
Me
hit my
and
smokes.
my apostles. Just wait. Give me a moment. I can't decide who the Judas is.
What the fuck is this?
I've got so many options.
Maybe that's some
Mark, what are you doing?
foreshadowing.
Just stay back from it.
This is beyond messed up. I don't know what Charlie's gotten us into, but if I see Dumet, I'm gonna fuck him up.
See Charlie fuck him up. Oh. Oh. What about anyone else? Or is he only obsessed with his ex-girlfriend? See?
Has anyone seen Mr. Dumet?
Oh, let's see it go. No. Obsessed with his ex. Let's see if he says anything about his hair.
Okay, this is fucked up. What the hell is going on?
Maybe he's got like a balding insecurity. Been watching that that Dharma show on Netflix, and he's also a collector of mannequins. Yeah. Hang on, is this meant to be Aaron? Yeah, I guess it is. Weird. Not a real good likeness, but...
Jesus. It looks just like him. No way somebody just threw these together in the last couple hours.
You hear that?
Footsteps.
And they're getting closer.
Watch out. Why would he invite us here and to dinner and then just leave?
Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Oh, hopefully it's Charlie and give him a good sconing on the head with the ashtray. It's like poetic justice for his cigarette bullshit earlier.
Oh, shit.
Jamie.
What's going on?
Sorry, I thought...
Jesus. What are those things?
Oh, she wasn't too angry.
What happened when the wall closed?
Demet killed his groundskeeper.
What?
Right in front of us.
Dumet?
It's a setup. He was wearing a mask, and I know how that sounds, but I'm not joking, and now he's after Aaron, so we need to move.
Wait, hang on. Where's Charlie?
I don't know. We got separated.
No way this is happening.
You know, so when our bodies wash up on the other side
Are you
of the lake,
fucking kidding me?
Bodies dead.
Jesus,
Dead.
shut it up!
Bodies dead. 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 Dead.
Whoa.
What was that?
It's fake. A prop, or from an animal or something. It has to be.
No way.
Ooh, eyeball string.
Oh!
Oh, that was some
it's
good,
real. It's fucking real. I told you. This was all too much.
Good camera work there.
Let's get out of here. Oh, it's locked. What's going on?
The door I came through is locked too.
It's like we're being funneled.
Dumet! You wanna play around? Get out here, right now.
I like that Dumet is a jokester.
Fucking play!
Oh, Charlie. Was there supposed to be something there that just wasn't there? In prison where he belongs.
I've got to get out of here.
Let's see, what do we have in here?
Jamie! Hello? Jamie! I'm okay!
That's a good point, actually. We'll have a look.
Oh, shit!
I'm really liking this Dumet guy. What a jokester. Cage key. Maybe I can shout out and say I've got a key and it's all safe. Oh no, I can look in this chute. Nice. Do you guys like games like when you got a key and you find a lock, do you like the games to say it's locked and you actually have to get the key out of your inventory, or that it just opens up automatically? I guess it's like realism versus ease. Oh, how about you? Oh, grab it. Okay. Automatically? Yeah. What about the back? Okay, here we go. Chicago killer, victim 2, cause of death, abdominal injuries. Victim's teeth have all been removed. Ooh.
John Doe number 2. I'm assuming you've read my report on the first one?
Feed for tickle bits.
Similar MO, unidentified male with multiple stab wounds. Looking at the lower abdomen, the wounds are consistent with those of the first victim. The shape of the entry wound suggests it's a strong probability that this is the same murder weapon. Looks like we've got a souvenir hunter here. This time the left ear has been severed. clean incision. Probably a scalpel or a razor blade. Very tidy. Nice job, actually. Very little bleeding. The deceased had probably been dead for 30 to 40 minutes when this was done. This differs from the earlier MO. If you remember, that John Doe was still alive when the teeth were removed. That would have created a lot of noise and mess. This guy is learning.
A book. The KD logbook. Most of the crew have arrived at the island, moved all the equipment up to the hotel, met with the hotel proprietor, Mr. Belknap. Belknap? Yeah. Oh, so Mr. Belknap is the dude with the weird voice. Flight assessment has begun, excavation has begun. The basement, work on the first and second floors. Some equipment gone missing. James Kelly has left the project. The notes adding to the emergency didn't copy the blueprints. Oh, so these are people way before us. Okay, fair enough. Bobby has left me high and dry. Second loyal guy to leave the project. Bar renovation began. Blah 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 blah. Basement. Plumbing has been completed. Second floor renovations. Bar renovations. Project efficiency is good. If it continues, we'll meet the agreed date. Whoops, wrong button. Signal receivers installed. More reports of missing equipment. Project has been completed. The agreed date. Proprietor is requesting additional work on the spa area. Ooh, spa area. Only small skeleton crew on the island. Corresponding from Mr. Kelly. Skeleton crew running. Laura, Monica, Frank, and Ryan. They were in the guest book, I'm pretty sure. Laura finished installing the tannoy system, whatever that is, with Mr. Belknap. He wasn't feeling well afterwards and offered her one of the rooms to sleep it off. Haven't received any correspondence from Kelly. Going on, Laura hasn't come out of her room. Monica just left. Can't contact Kelly. Tomorrow will return. This job is ridiculous. Jekyll Bits, how you doing? Good to see you. You missed some feet a little minute ago. Geese Pete.
What the hell was that?
I'll pause it as soon as I get a chance, and then I'll give you a quick 1-2 of what's going on. All right, here we go. So, basically, from the last episode, these cages has sort of appeared over all the doors to prevent people from escaping. And we're being deliberately separated. There has been a death caused by this guy here. He stepped on a plate which made a scythe appear above the groundskeeper in the yellow jacket. He was tied to a chair. And you had the option to stand off the plate or stay on the plate. If you stand off the plate, then the scythe would go down and they would be grim reaped. The killer put a knife tip inside this guy's nose and swished it a little bit. And so he stepped off the plate, and then the groundskeeper was grim reaped as forewarned. And that's basically it. Oh, and there's been mannequins placed around the place that look like these characters. And now, like I said, we've been separated, and now we're this guy. So if this guy dies, I mean, okay. At least we'll ease his suffering of not longing for cigarettes constantly. We don't know who the killer is yet. It's sort of insinuated that Dumet, who was the guy that showed us to the house, isn't who he said he was, and that the killer is actually Dumet. I'm actually liking the style of what it's turning out to be. It's kind of almost like Saw-inspired puzzles. And I know most people don't like Saw, but I actually kind of enjoy them a lot. Oh god, okay. There's a little man. A Ken doll.
You fell down the trap too, eh? Well, if I get out, I'll send someone back for you.
Okay, that's pretty funny. Okay, anything else in there? Oh, we got a secret brick here or something. Oh, it's one of those slide things at a secret club. Okay, sure. Oh, a boiler room. Oh, we can squeeze through here. Yep. Oh, shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all. It's much better bug-wise as well, Geese. They've done a patch, so we haven't really experienced any bugs yet, which is pretty great considering last time. Can we use our card again? Please be locked. It is. All right. Keith Squared. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're swell. Now the coin. You can put these in the mounds and float people down the river Styx. Items. This one's got fire all over it. What? Oh, I thought he had demon eyes for a second. That was cool. You'd poop your pants? Yeah, that's fair. I have a feeling that it's like a recorded scream though, not a live scream. Alright, let's try this peephole again. Oh, we can't try the peephole again. Okay. Ooh, there's something on the floor. Is that another key? Oh no, it's a dirty rag. No, Ken! It was Ken that was screaming all along. Well, can't get anyone to rescue him. Alright, we'll go in the scary room in a second. It's locked. Poor Ken. Oh, this looks like a furnace. Oh, there's these smokes. All right, we'll do the smokes in a second, but oh man, this is exciting. This is super exciting.
Well, hello, gorgeous. Where have you been all my life? Praise the Lord. It's real.
But you don't have a lighter anymore.
It's gonna be the best cigarette of your life.
You lost your lighter, you daft prick.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Cop that. Hey, an incinerator would light your cigarette for you. Hell yeah. Oh, where's the barman gone? See, this is where the glues would tie down their shoes and they'd have to take their shoes off and then they'd step on the nail.
Praise the Lord.
What's he doing?
Be an awful shame if something would happen to you, director.
Hey! Hey, hello! I'm here!
Haha, hello. Give him a cigarette.
Please! Stop! Please!
What to do? Maybe you should have a cigarette. Yeah, this is exactly what happens in an air fryer. Hey, director, you're fired. Get your smoke out while you still have some breath in you. Geese, this guy deserved it. This guy really deserved it. The amount of shit he gave Aaron for his cigarettes. Opera lady does love it. Culinary. That's good.
Such an unpleasant way to go. I have to wonder how the group will fare without their leader.
Leader.
It can be difficult working with someone you've been involved with. But I think Mark and Kate may be finding a way and learning some new things about each other. And how do we feel about Mr. Dumet's lovely animatronics?
I love them. I think they're great.
I think they're rather clever.
Yeah, me too.
Some of them look very realistic. I wonder where he sources the parts. It would only be fair at this stage to offer up a little hint to even the odds. What do you think?
Yeah, sure. We won't use it, but why not?
Let's take some inspiration from the works of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Apparently, our friend Herman Mudgett was so enamored with Sherlock Holmes that he borrowed his surname. Here. He has a brain of the first order. He sits motionless, like a spider, in the center of its web. But that web has 1,000 radiations, and he knows well every quiver of each of them. I hope that helps.
That doesn't help at all, T-1000. Looks good to me. We're ready.
You'd better get back to things. Best of luck.
Culinary, you know me too well. Of course I'm going to have a toasty command. You just used it to perfection. Chef's kiss, if you will. Well, he died doing what he loves, smoking.
I could have saved him.
How could you have? Ooh, there's a big mixing board.
What? What the fuck?
Wait, you hear that?
Yeah.
From down there. What if it's Aaron?
No way.
Damn it.
It's another trap.
It's the only way out of here. So we're going to find out.
Ooh. You're hungry, am I? I know you're probably referencing something, but I am very, very hungry. I've started doing this intermittent fasting BS.
Is this
where
a good idea?
I don't eat until 1. Between 1 and 9 o'clock, I can eat. Everything else is no food or drink at all. And it's tough. Especially when you have black coffee in the morning. Just your tummy rumbles like crazy. Why? Oh, you know, just take care of yourself, I guess.
Where the hell are we?
Meant to do something with your hemoglobin, globin somethings or something or other. I don't know. I don't know. This was just the method that I read. It's called the 8-16 rule. One of the biggest issues we do here is we tend to eat dinner very, very late, which is not good for anyone. It's just
keep looking around.
The way the cookie crumbles, I guess, within my family, and this is a way of eliminating that as well. If you guys played, what were they called? There's 999, Virtue's Last Reward, and it's like the nonary games. Really, really cool games. But there was one to do with showers where acid would come out of the shower heads. It was cool.
There must be something useful around here.
Yeah, Zero Time Dilemma. Finished them all. I really love them. I once bought, because they came out on DS originally, and I bought Lisa a copy of 999 because I'd beaten it, and I think I beat it on PC or something. I can't remember where I beat it anyway, but I bought Lisa a copy for the DS because I thought that she'd be interested in that, and she was playing it and got decently far, and then the neighborhood kid went and stole our DS, and we called him out on it, and he returned the DS, but the save was wiped. Some bullshit.
This way?
Columbus Spa.
Oh, the spa. We read about this earlier.
This is Laura at reception.
What the hell?
The Columbus Spa is now open for guests. We treat each and every one of our guests like a real work of art.
Son of a bitch. He's watching us.
Damn straight he is. Yeah, I started playing AI Somnium Files. I didn't get very far, but it was pretty cool. Has a bit of a different vibe to the other ones, but I really should continue. Ooh. Well, there's an ID card here. Jesse Clark.
No point just standing around.
I just remembered we've got those mini games with this character where we have to get the multimeter out. They were probably my least favorite. No, not that. What else could there be? Where is the other crew member? Who we have? We have... Oh, Abby. No, not Abby. Erin, I think her name is. Erin is trapped in her bedroom.
Keep looking around.
Oh, we can probably climb this. There we go. Aaron? We don't have an Aaron crew member. What do you mean, Tickle Bits? Oh, hello. Sorry to intrude. Get me a fucking towel. Ooh. She closed the door. Well, this says scrape marks. That usually means something's been pushed.
There must be something useful around here.
What about this? Whatever this is.
Jesus!
Oh, hello. Why don't mannequins have dongers? I guess because no one wants to see a big throbbing hog under the clothes in the store. Boiler room ceiling collapse. Dear all, please note that due to the ingress of water in the laundry room, the ceiling through the boiler room has collapsed, causing significant damage to the plant machinery and water supply. In circumstances like these, we have taken the difficult decision to close the spa with immediate effect until a repair can be made, which may be some months.
This way?
Will the guests be notified after vacate the room? Ooh, that's an expensive repair. Ooh. Yeah? What's up, Geese? You gotta think of the children, though. The children can't go shopping for Ben 10 clothing and see a mannequin with a big, you know... Kids do have dongers, yeah. I don't know. I guess I just don't know, Geese.
No point just standing around.
There must be something, they said. Oh, we can shimmy through here? Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. I guess it's the same. Why does Ken have the same mannequin mound? Why doesn't Ken have a donga? Dude. Dude!
Keep looking around.
Phew. I thought we were going to have to reload the checkpoint then.
Can all visitors for the couple's treatments please gather by the lobby doors in reception?
Oh, there's going to be definitely some cool shit behind here. It's not. You got to get out of my grill. You keep blocking my way.
See that?
The lobby side?
Where do you think that leads?
Yeah, that's true. Why don't mannequins have those as well? Okay, that ends... Was this a choose your own adventure? Do we get to choose which way?
Worth a try.
Okay.
I'll see if I can get this open. You guys keep looking for another way out.
Mark, give me a hand. I think we can bust through this thing.
That door is so flimsy, anyone could do that.
3, 2, 1, go!
Although the risk of getting cut by the glasses.
Kate?
What happened?
We'll get back to you. Stay there.
Just hurry!
That hurt.
What? This wasn't in the script.
It's hard to look for clues. I think she's a previous person at the hotel. Laura is her name. Ooh, it was... What was that? Climb. We don't want to climb that just yet. Ooh, is this a coin? Nope. It's the business card. Oh, he's a builder. The other one said he was like something else. Interesting. Oh, there's a person there. We'll check that out in a second. KD. Jesse, I quit with immediate effect. By the time you read this, I will have already left the island. Don't come looking for me. I quit. I'm done, Monica. That sounds like a, I'm going to kill you and make it look like you actually left kind of note.
Let me go! Let me go, you asshole! I don't... No!
Murphy. Wow, okay. Okay, which way did it come from? It's a crow. Oh man, I love a crow. Lately we've been getting crows in our backyard, which is my dream, because we get all the other types of birds, but when the crows come in, I get so excited. They only walk along the fence though, so I go to get food, but they're always too scared, so I get the food and I open the door and they shy away. Ooh. Oh, there's his ID. We're collecting these people like Pokemon. Oh, a coin. Those are rad. I want them to be my friends. $24? Wow, that was worth 10 buckaroos. Is that a tattoo bottle, I think? I don't know. Okay. So what do you guys got planned for the weekend? It's Friday for you, so, you know, the world is your oyster. After this, Lisa and I are going to go and test drive a car. And if we like it, we'll look into getting it. Trade in my old little Colty. Oh, hello. Homework. Damn. Okay, that's the way to go. Let's do a quick 1-2 before we. Okay, that was. Yeah, we did that. Nothing there. Okay, yep, we're all good. I mean, I'll try not to kill everyone. The only person that needed death was the director that chastised poor Aaron for losing his cigarettes. Oh, Artie, fine. Have you finished your holiday then? Weren't you on vacation for a while? Relax. Excellent. That's good to hear. Relaxing is good.
Stay close.
Obviously.
Off for 10 days. Yeah, that's the dream, isn't it? Oh, you're gonna be pulled away? Yeah, you look like you've got. Yep. I saw the cable on your foot.
What the fuck just happened?
Out of the fuck. Get the. I guess by now she knows they're mannequins, so she's not too scared. Maybe if it was a real person, then she'd get scared. Maybe she's in on it. Maybe she is Dumet. Whew. Oh, there's any jump down? Yeah, let's do it.
There must be something useful around here.
Yeah, there must be. Man, your torch is shit house. Sorry, flashlight. For those. That's probably nothing. Coin. How much is it going to be worth? I'm going to say 4.
There's got to be a way through.
4? 24. 1? What a shit coin. Oh man. It's so dark, it's really hard to find. Oh, can we climb on it? Oh, we can. Okay. Makes things easier. Oh, balancing minigame.
Keep looking around.
Where else can I go? Okay. Have to get yourself some nappies or diapers. Have you guys ever screamed in real life? I don't think I ever have.
Standing around.
Never been so scared that I just like scream out, and I guess it's the same like things like that in video games, like screaming and like jumping. Like how often do you actually jump in real life? Not much at all. But then if jumping is removed from a game, you feel restricted, which is strange.
Mark, give me a hand moving this shit.
This shit. Give me a boost over the top. Oh, you kidding? This shit's in the way. That's what I was thinking exactly, Connor. Oh yeah, like Night Terror kind of screaming. That's sort of involuntary though. Well, I guess screaming is involuntary too. When you're super scared, you don't plan to yell out. I remember when I was, must have been 7 years old, something like that. I stayed over at a friend's place and we watched the movie. I don't remember which movie it was, like 47 Hours, another 47, whatever it was, where there's a hijacking. And I had this dream of being in the cockpit of a big jumbo jet, and the it had like a sun visor, like in a car, like where you pull it down, and a grenade fell from that and landed on the floor. And it kept on looping this same sequence where I was getting blown up, and I just woke up screaming and just woke up the entire house at a friend's place from this like scary dream. Super embarrassing.
Huh.
Never stayed there again. I was too ashamed. Yeah, it looks like we're out of the shithole spa. Ooh.
Shut up! No! Monica! No! Stop! Please shut up!
Oh, I think that exact trap was in one of the Saw movies. But instead of a saw blade in the center, it was a gear that was it was winding the chain up.
What the fuck? What is this? Is it some sort of message?
He's trying to scare us.
Trying to. Have a look. Oh, we can get up there. Oh, okay. Ryan Hart. Oh, he looks a little bit like a Wahlberg. about your ID? Surely you've got one. You did have one. Spa Master. That was my nickname in high school. Do you guys like lock picking mini games in games? I guess. Yeah. I am an absolute sucker for them. I love them so much. Like hacking mini games too are pretty good. The hacking ones tend to get a little bit more intellectual though, so it can be a little bit stressful. Oh, gotta turn my flashlight on. Jeez. Another coin. All right. Let's have a guess of how much it's worth. I'm gonna say this is worth 2. Any takers before I do? I'm gonna have a drink. Give you some time. Let's see how close we are. $6? Okay, let's do it. 25. Oh, you're close. Gave us 5. Nice. It's weird because this is the first of the Dark Picture games that have some sort of currency collection mechanic. I had Steve here, we could set up some polls, but channel point betting, but alas. Alright, here we go.
Mark, here. Let's move the desk.
Hello? Mark? Jamie?
Here.
Kate.
We're okay.
We're okay.
Thank God.
Yeah, she just said
We
that.
found a key. Let's get out of here.
Hear that?
This way.
Zero 0181. Wasn't it 0180 earlier? Are these the number of people being killed? Nah, surely not. That's a lot of people. Here you go, Geese. This is who you wanted to know about. Got my sound gun. Alright.
Get away from me!
It's a trap. Just walk into a space shuttle.
No! Get me the fuck out of here!
Two of them. Oh, we're gonna have to choose.
Aaron, are you okay? Please say you're all right.
Get me out of here!
Hurry up! It's another trap!
Sure is. Alright, folks. Chances are one person's gonna have to die. Who's gonna die?
What was that?
I can't breathe.
These windows are welded in place. He fucking wants us to watch. Wait, look. Regulator switch.
Will that give them air?
No, not both of them.
It's sucking out all the air.
Can't save
Wherever we
both.
point this lever at,
They either both die or one
he's gonna
dies.
die.
What?
Do something!
He wants to choose, doesn't he? Oh my god.
Wow.
I can't.
If we don't do something, both of them will die, Mark.
It doesn't matter who you save. He's going to kill us all anyway.
I can't watch you die, Aaron.
Just do it. Right now, do it.
Alright. Well, if I have to
We have to
choose.
choose. Now!
Sorry, Kate.
No!
We had
What
to
did
do
you-
something. They were both gonna die.
Thank you.
Ignited.
Thank you.
No, Kate.
You'll be okay. It's probably just a ruse.
Window.
There's a leak.
Back up.
Fatality.
She should just put her lips to the leak then. Suck that beautiful air. Oh, what?
Come on, I got you.
Look at that. No one died. There you go, geese.
I'm okay.
Kate, you okay?
What do you mean? I had to make a
She's
decision.
okay.
I guess they are enemies. Wow, so if I had chosen Erin, she would have died.
What is happening?
Dude,
do you
we're just playing a
mean?
game. And it's no fucking joke.
You okay?
Not even close.
Still remember those texts.
Look, we have to get smart about this before one of us ends up dead like Charlie.
Wait, Charlie's dead?
Oh boy, is
We
he.
met Gotham and forced us to play some game. We had to watch him die.
Don't get shaken up about it.
We need
He
a
treated you
plan.
like shit.
Forget his games, traps, all that bullshit. Think about the killers we've covered. There's always a weakness.
You suggesting we invite him to tea and psychoanalyze?
I'm suggesting we use our heads.
We can make guesses all day, but if we die here, it won't matter. I'm not playing detective, I just want to survive.
Playing detective is how we survive. We play his games, we'll lose. We need to outthink him.
He's trying to pick us off one at a time. We need to stick together.
Hang on.
He could be listening to us right now.
Could be. Or is.
Where should we go?
Back to the ferry.
It left, remember?
It's on a line. Maybe we could reel it in.
Maybe isn't good enough.
The lighthouse. Maybe we can signal for help. There's police boats patrolling the lakes, right?
All the way out here?
Lighthouses are meant to be seen for miles.
He's probably got it rigged with traps.
Then we gotta be really fucking careful. It's our best shot.
It's like
Are you
this game was
serious?
made for me. I love
No
traps
one
so
is
much.
gonna believe it without proof.
You want me to record him trying to kill us?
And the bodies for the cops.
signals are moving again.
Kate, hang on. We need to stay close.
Shit! Kate! Hang on! Ah! Ah!
See ya.
No! Jamie! Ah! Wait, no, no, no! Fuck.
Whoa. Oh. I'm surprised I didn't slit his back. Oh. Fun fact I'll tell you about, right? Once I gain control, I'll tell you a story. All right, cool. So in that that chute, you saw a piece of metal that he got caught on, which could have cut his back. About must have been about 2006, something like that. I was walking outside to go to my car to go to work in the morning, and as I was getting my keys and stuff out of my pockets, my mobile phone dropped and landed on the ground and rolled under my car. And I thought, well, get my mobile before I get in my car. So I went down on my stomach and then sort of shimmied under the car, and my car was it's kind of like small from like pretty low to the ground, enough for me to sort of get under a little bit, but not all the way. My phone was probably about 12 inches away, something like that. So I lunged to get it. And as I did, something sharp underneath my car just tore a massive chunk out of my back. And I had a white shirt on, and my entire, you know when you go for a run and you get sweaty down the front, sweaty down the back? My entire back was all blood like that. So I ran down to the doctor's, which was probably 2 blocks away, and gave me 12 stitches. So, yeah. Oh, I've got to investigate the water. I forgot about that. Is it water or is it acid? Oh, what's that in there? It could be. Is this better if I talk into this? Yeah, cool. All right, let's see. Another coin. All right, what is it, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to say it's worth 3. All right. We've got 4, we've got 2. Holy shit, it was a tenner. Guesses were bad, but man, that was good. Acetylene. Don't know what that is. I thought maybe it'd be like a acid thing with the key in the bottom that you'd have to... fish it out with your bare hand. We are rich. We got $40 dues to spend on no idea. Okay, is this is the... Okay, that's probably the way to go. So we want to check the other area first. There are some drag marks. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, luckily we're, shit. Down? Oh. Oh, whoop. Okay. I got confused. Where is he? Where is he? I don't see him. Oh, there he is. I can see you hiding, you know. Whew. Oh, we gotta start taking photos of stuff. That's what it said, right? Man, what they need to fix, that camera mechanic is shit house. Steal some of that paint thinner. Odorless. Ooh. We're gonna get like an attachment for our camera to make it work good.
The mount matches. Perfect.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Oh, that's the worst part here, right? That shuddering when you get to the... Yeah, ugh. Makes me feel ill. Alright, now let's... If we can take... That's the way we need to go. If we can take photos of... Sweet. If there's anything that you guys want me to take a photo of, please let me know, yeah? To say it. Yeah. Call it out whenever you see it. I think it's like The Quarry, where they mention specifically that you should try and find evidence to sort of prove that there were werewolves and things like that. Now he walked this way. And he walked through here. Look, when we see a mannequin, I will take a photo of their mound for you. Oh, here's one. Oh shit. Oh, okay. I'll try and pass it for you, please. Yeah. Thankfully, the controller also vibrates with the heartbeat. All right, Geese wants a shot of the penis, so let's. There you go. Ooh. This is probably a real good room to start taking photos in. The barkeep. 0028.
$72, $93.
What could that be? A combination? I'm hoping that you guys are remembering those numbers. Oh shit, that scared the crap out of me. Whew. There you go, Geese. Hang on. See if I can get one for you. 2 for you. Oh.
68, 83.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking just then. Guess not. Shit. Tell you what, it's quite a different game when you're trying to survive. I see you. What was that? Oh, we missed out on seeing that. Hopefully we can see it once he leaves. There's nothing over here. Yeah. Oh, look at this guy over here. Can't wait to get a good look at him.
Press the button. What the fuck? Press the button. Press the button.
Okay.
Press it.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
it. Press the button. Press it. Press the button. Press the button.
Hold it again.
No,
What the fuck?
Hmm? That was cool. What was that business card? Yep. Oh. FBI, wow. Oh, is he ex-FBI? That's cool. Because remember, there's the story about Hector as a kid. Oh. Where's the FBI card? Oh. Oh, okay, we got a pin code. Oh, this is... Okay, do we have the numbers? I'm gonna try... Zero 451. Yeah, let's try it. No, that didn't work. 7293. There we go.
Bodies. Dead. Dead bodies.
Oh. Okay. Yep. There were other ones as well. Do we remember them or do we need to go back? Probably need to go back. Oh. Missed out on a flashback thing. Here we go. Ooh. 0028. We can give that a shot. Oh, that's the one. Yeah, the barkeep. See? He deserved it. Alright, let's quickly go back to the burnt arm, which I think was in here. Yeah. 6883. Oh.
You okay? No! This fucking thing popped out of nowhere.
That's great. I remember that. I scared him twice. I think that's all the ones we've got so far. Welcome new recruits. Wow, okay. Cool that it might be an FBI agent that's doing the killing.
Psychological assessment conducted by Dr. Isabella Garcia. Patient name, Monday, Hector. Behavioral observation. Hector arrived at our scheduled appointment 24 minutes late. Once we sat down and began the session, he struggled to maintain eye contact. He found it difficult to articulate his feelings and was terse and guarded throughout. Hector has been working long hours and, as a result, isn't sleeping well. Hector spoke about his recently deceased mother and displayed evidence that he hasn't yet fully come to terms with her death. I strongly recommended a course of antidepressants, but he is resistant to this idea, believing that it would have a detrimental effect on his capability with regards to his current investigation.
Don't think it would.
Hector describes his work in immaculate detail, and contrary to earlier in the session, his thought content is both coherent and logical. He is displaying an unhealthy obsession with his work, but his recent bereavement may be the underlying issue.
Yeah, because remember, we saw his mother earlier from the back, but it seemed like it was a recording, kind of like Psycho. Well, it wasn't a recording in Psycho, but it was kind of like Dead Mother kind of thing. We think Hector is the killer geese, but we have never seen him. That's why all the faces are blurred out. Uh-oh. I think we did pretty well. Looking behind us. Oh. Oh, why is that camera locked? That's interesting. Oh, that's why.
Yo, I'm not some fucking lab rat here for your amusement.
I wonder if when the killer is revealed, whether we have seen him as like a side character or something. I'm not sure. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, I hate these puzzles. All right, let's see. What do we got? This one's even worse than before. Fuck. For the last time, do not pull the main switch until we get... Okay, that's fine. Let's try the ones that are isolated first. Alright, let's... Oh, man. It never really explains what the pattern is. Like, what you're meant to actually do. Yeah, I know you got to follow the arrows, but there's like switches that don't follow the pattern. Like this one here is pointing down immediately, not pointing up. So let's try, if we follow the arrows the way they were, like this here, here. Okay, maybe we got it then. Or if it's going to be... Ah! Okay. Let's try this like this then. And we'll take care of this one first. Okay. Do this one first. Then we go. And the multimedia meter doesn't do actually anything at all, which is stupid. Yay!
Yes, there we go.
Oh, there's a door here and a shimmy. Let's go in the door first. Oh, we do. Okay, she walked out. Sorry. I was reading the chat when that happened. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. I can hear my heartbeat. You guys ever had the, maybe they were only an Australian thing, but maybe not. There were these candies back in the 90s called Heartbeats. And they were strawberry flavored, but with like a mentholy aftertaste. And they were shaped like hearts, like boiled sweets. They're really good. Shit, okay, let's... Obviously we need to go to the red room. Well, that's an open. Okay, that's locked. Let's try this one.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Ransacked my shit. Now there's only one lip balm. Cool. I wonder if I need that to... Oh, I thought it was going to be an item where I could lube something up. Like if there's like a rusty gear or something, I could just apply the lip balm.
What the hell?
Coin. All right. What do we think the coin's worth? I'm going to say it's worth 2. $9. Oh, it had the little pips on it. Worth 5. Okay. Maybe the other ones do too. Oh, is that a notebook? Nope. Screwdriver. Oh yeah.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh, flash forward. Oh, that one looks like a good one.
Jesus. There's cameras everywhere.
Can't tell if it stopped or whether he's still moving. Yeah. That's cool. Shouldn't have made that noise.
You want to know what it means to be a killer? You ever been to the art museum downtown? They got this painting by a guy, I forget his name. Famous painter. He did portraits of slaughtered cows hanging on hooks. You take a normal person to a slaughterhouse, and they will puke their guts out. You make it into a painting, and suddenly it's art. There's no difference between the two. No, not really. Don't look at me like that. You know I'm right. You get it. I know you get it. You got to do something that matters. Make people feel something they've never felt before. Shatter the illusion that any of us are really in control. Think of the most profound thing you've ever done. The most beautiful thing you've ever created. And I promise you, it's nothing compared to watching the life bleed out of someone. To see the fear in their eyes. To feel them pawing at you for release. To hear them pleading, begging. That moment when someone realizes they are at their end. That's when you feel it. That's true art. That's what you have to be. An artist. A sculptor. An architect. I see the gleam in your eye, Agent Monday. You're not fooling me. Ah, look at you now, huh? Am I gonna be your first? Well, come on then, huh? I'm right here. This room is soundproof. You don't even have to wait for a plane to fly overhead. There you are. I see you now. Not bad. Not bad at all. Bare hands can feel good, huh? But the blade makes for such a prettier picture. You've got potential, Agent Monday. If you truly want to be an artist.
Righto. Crazy as a coconut.
Me to try?
I've got bigger muscles than you. Oh, look at that. What is that? Or is it like a clamshell phone? No, she didn't have a phone. What is that? Her makeup case is like the foundation is so bright that it sheds light. That's cool.
Stay close to me.
What did she bring in an original DS? I don't know. Weird. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, there's a book. Oh, the book from earlier. Wow. So imagine if we hadn't have read that book and thrown it.
Who says self-help books don't work?
I'm also, it's kind of cool that this huge mechanical wall can just be blocked by the book. Like I would have thought it would just crush the book. Like when I went to London and I was in the tube, I thought that, you know, holding the door open, it would have a sensor to not close you. Boy, was I wrong. I got crushed in the doors trying to hold the door open for Lisa, and it felt like it had been hit by a car. It was so painful.
Charlie threw it down here earlier.
Of course he did.
Come on.
They do indeed.
I don't think that's Jamie.
Funny thing is with Charlie's death, I honestly thought that he was going to kill himself by lighting a cigarette. That's how desperate cigarette smokers can be. That even though he knows that there's gas in the room, he's like, fuck it, I'll wing it. It's an inspect. That's an open. Let's inspect first. Oh, there's a head. Hello. What you doing there?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Oh, is this Mama's room? What do we got? In case you missed me, Michelle. Morning. Writing 8 AM. Requested to use the library or music lounge, so assume I'm in one of them. Lunch. Can we dine outside in the garden? Evening. The bar seems like a good writing spot. Dinner. Manny Sherman, The Beast in Arkansas, by Joseph Morello.
Wait, hey, look at this.
What?
It's a true crime book.
What?
Look at the author. Joseph Morello.
That's...
So the guy on the ferry wasn't Dumet.
Oh, God. Oops. Get back. Go back to the pad writing paper? Okay, I'll do that once I've finished reading this. But honestly, I was glad to be leaving. They'd be nice folks, the Stewarts. Real nice. Both in their 70s now. Dad's still strong as an ox, having been the military man before moving to the town to settle inside a family. Mum was starting to get a little frail. You could tell that she had taken it the hardest. Mrs. Stewart had made me coffee. Man, I could do with another cup of joe, I tell you. She was functioning okay, but had been dead behind the eyes. 26 years on, still living in that cocoon of numbness of devastation can bring. We talked a lot. We were at ease talking about anything. The night it happened, the cruel details, how they felt about him. It was just the fact of life to them. Their daughter had been murdered by a serial killer, and that was their world. It sounds really mean. Maybe use kinder words? I don't like cocoon sentence. How about a more relatable metaphor? Everything. It was a shock when they offered to show me Mary's room. I was apprehensive, but thanked them and agreed. It'd be helpful to get an idea of the kind of girl Mary was. Mary! I followed Mrs. Stewart. I could feel the toll that the murder had taken. We walked through the house upstairs to Mary's room. Her husband didn't like going into that room. Things were neat and tidy, but shabby. We walked over a beaten old carpet, past outdated wallpaper, and paintings, mostly biblical, that were thick with dust. The strain and financial impact must have been huge. Mrs. Stewart hadn't worked since Maria's death. Again, sounds really mean. Can you not just say they had a rough time of it, without being descriptive? Maybe explain why? Did she find it difficult to face anyone? Her schoolwork was stacked by her bed, and the childhood toys and dolls were still displayed on the shelves. What stuck out the most, though, was her uniform, still hanging in the front of the wardrobe, ready for her shift at the diner the next day. Mary was a tiny girl, only 5'1", and weighed less than 100 pounds. Whatever that means. She didn't stand a chance that night she was taken. I kept thinking about her room as I drove through the town. Milton would have been an unremarkable place in 1995. It was closed up and lifeless now. Mostly boarded up buildings. The only shops were liquors. Ah, no! The only shops were liquor stores which had bums outside them, drinking at 11 a.m. It was as if the town had died when Mary died. Eventually, Milton faced the rearview mirror. Milton faded in my rearview mirror as the image of Mary's uniform burned into my mind. Go hug Natalie right now, please. Later the next day, I finally got back to the house, scrambling over a package sat on the doorstep. A brown box. I had no idea who it was from. And Michelle ordered something. Curiosity took over and I hauled it inside. Opening it, I found an old tape recorder with a quartet of tapes. I listened to the first one. That voice, unmistakable. It was Sherman. Nope. Mentioned their interviews. Do the pencil trick. I didn't think she had a pencil trick. Has she been pencil tricking earlier than now? Spare room code 1999. Hell yeah. Thank you, thank you. Ooh. Scary Dolly.
Bethany. Was that in the sign-in book?
Right. I feel like a lot of these, they should have tutorialized a little bit of the extracurricular things
It's
you can
coming
do.
from through here.
Connie.
Bearing updated. Yeah, especially since the other games don't have an inventory system at all. Please stop crying, Mommy.
Please stop crying, Mommy.
So where's Daddy?
Beast body burgled. Arkansas this week. The body of a so-called Beast of Arkansas has been removed from its grave by suspected body snatchers. The famous serial killer, whose real name is Manny Sherman, was executed last. Oh, okay. That's what Triple H's name was, huh? Executed. Remains were buried in an undisclosed cemetery in Springdale. A senior police spokesperson of law enforcement stated that in the press conference, "We believe this to be the work of a serial killer obsessives who pursued over various leads. We assume there are multiple suspects involved, but have not ruled out it may be one individual. Although the burial site is unknown, rumors have been circulating among serial killer enthusiast forums online since Sherman's execution, which was questioned by the press about such online groups. The spokesperson added, "These people who call themselves fans of killers are very foolish. They are aware of the despicable details of such crimes. As we are in law enforcement, they would rethink their views about celebrating heinous criminals. Police refuse to confirm the name of the cemetery in the media, blah, blah, blah." Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, it could also be the dude that this killer beat in the interrogation room.
Focus.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I reckon so as well. Hell yeah. Turn on your DS. Ooh. Okay, what do we got? Well, seems there's going to be a struggle later on. Well, you just know some heinous shit's going to happen now. Oh, wow. Oh, fucking hell, that scared me. Mrs. Morello. So that means that is the wife of the dude, the original Dumet. It's only old, mate.
Me! Get in here!
Jamie?
Thank God.
Still remember those texts, you know.
What the hell is this?
Pleased to see you too, Kate. Glad you're alive.
Listen, I found out some new information.
What?
That guy on the ferry, that was not Dumet. That was Joseph Morello. He's
What
a true
the
crime
hell
writer.
is this?
I found one of his books.
How's he wrapped up in this?
I don't know. Have you seen Mark?
No. I've seen Demet, though. He's creeping around.
I don't know. I kind of feel that they are real, because when she was called out on them, she said, "I don't care about old texts." Oh, good save with the hand. Ooh, the server racks and stuff.
Jesus.
What is all of this?
He's got video feeds, recording decks, a mixer big enough for countless mics.
A missile
He's watching
silo.
everything. It's more than that. He's got utilities running through here, hydraulics, electrics, everything.
It's like a nerve center for the whole building.
It's a director's suite.
Maybe we could use it to find a way out. Look for something to unlock the outer doors.
This all connects. This is how he's getting around the house.
This?
And you know what, folks? I think we might actually call it there. That's a really good spot to leave it. Usually I do it between the caretaker sort of things, but he only really comes about when people die, and unfortunately we haven't been killing our cast of characters like we normally do. But it has been absolutely fantastic streaming this with you guys today. Unfortunately. Okay, my monitor's going to do some business. Yep, you can hear that noise. Some things around. All right, let's see who's see if there's anyone currently streaming. Can raid. Yes, let's raid Lunar Droid. Good old friend of the stream, Lunar Droid. Lunar Droid. Lock you into the raid cannon. Yeah, that's awesome. What do you guys think of this game? I'm liking it a lot. It's a much different experience, with less bugs than last time, but also not killing people deliberately is it's unique. Has some stakes, I guess. As for upcoming streams, what are we doing? There might be a small chance I might do a Rocksmith stream tomorrow. I haven't played bass in a while. Could be some fun, just an hour or two of that. But yeah. You like how I'm not killing people? Yeah, thanks, Geese. Awesome. All right, well, I'm going to send you over to Loons now. Say hello. He's a good fellow. He's a Canadian streamer. And I will catch you on the next one, next weekend. See you then.